I don't know a lot about gambling. I've learned from our government that gambling is evil, but lottery is that's fine.
That's
perfectly fine because that's the ultimate gambling. It's a gambling in its purest expression. There's nobody can win, and there's no chances of anything, and there's zero strategy. I also know that 21 is evil, but Pai Gow poker, for instance,
that's God's game too.
That's fine.
And the slot machines, bad.
Well, you can't bet on basketball, but betting on horses,
that's okay.
That's fine. So
football?
They said
No,
that's bad.
Horses?
For obvious reasons. Horses, yes.
Okay.
It's a very consistent, positive message to send. Logical and consistent message. Of course. The lottery. Please. When I see, and only poor people buy lottery tickets. And
that's not true, Adam. I see a lot of well-to-do people buying lottery tickets.
A handful. For them, it's just
getting rid of the change.
Yeah, they're just losing change. For poor people, it's a viable way out in their mind. Yeah. And by the way, think about the horrible message that the lottery sends to all the nation's poor who play it every week, which is, you got no shot unless you can line up this 9-digit number. Forget about hard work, forget about school, forget about whatever. You ain't going anywhere. You got one shot. It's one in, 50 million, but you got one shot to get out of this hellhole known as a life. That's what the lottery says.
I don't think it says hellhole known as a life.
Listen, I would love to see some numbers on who plays the lottery consistently. I guarantee it's people living under the poverty line, and I think the lottery is a horrible message that the government sends to its people.
But Amanda, let me get back to the gambling.
I don't care.
Gamblers Anonymous is where he goes. He may well be addicted to other substances. That's commonly an issue with gamblers if he wants to perhaps work on his alcoholism or other issues. I usually think that's a better way to go personally, unless gambling is the pure issue with him and he's never been addicted to another substance.
And gambling will ruin you.
Just the way heroin can. Just the way heroin
can. Oh, my God.
Faster.
I have some friends who are compulsive gamblers who have lost so much. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. And talk about ruining relationships and all that great stuff you do when it's drugs, selling the jewelry, breaking in your parents' house. Except for, in this case, you actually have guys showing up to your house and threatening you, too.
Mm-hmm. You have guys taking your house.
Yeah. I was just watching, Real Sports at Brian Gumbel's show, and they had a story about a guy who was addicted to gambling, and he had the greatest losing story ever, which was he took a baseball game. He took a Mets playoff game, and he took the over. The over-under was like 8 runs. 8 runs to be scored in this game, and if 8 or more runs cross the plate combined in this game, or one team just scores 10, who cares? He wins his $25,000. If not, he loses. Okay, now it's 3-3. It's in the 15th inning. The bases are loaded. Now, he's got 6 runs. He needs 8 to win his $25,000. The bases are loaded. Now, if the guy hits a double or single or anything, 1 run crosses the plate, but the game's over. So that's only 7. The only thing that can save him is a home run.
Grand slam, yeah.
Is a grand slam. So, bases loaded, 15th inning. He's got to get 8 runs to win $25,000. The guy at the plate hammers a grand slam. He goes out of his mind. He's celebrating. The guy, as he's running down the first baseline, gets mobbed by his teammates. Never turns the corner to go to second. They only count the 1 run that came in from third.
What?
Yes. The grand slam doesn't count. He never rounded the bases. It was a playoff game, and they mobbed him. The 1 run's good enough for the win. That umps just call the win, and everyone just sort of piles in. And that's it. His bookies. Now he's scored 7 runs, not 8.
Oh, my gosh.
And they're like, hey, pay up. Somebody paid on the under. You know what I mean? So we got to pay the guy who bet the under on this game. Imagine that.
That's crazy. That's a good reason not to gamble right there.
I don't think I'm going to be a gambling addict. Just your saying that is giving me cold sweats.
Me too.
I mean, imagine you see the guy hits the grand slam. You're running around the house like a maniac celebrating. You run back into the room. They show the scoreboard. It's 4-3. And you're screaming, what's going on? Where's the other runs? Imagine that.
I don't like it.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
Makes me nervous.
Great time.
All right, Ben Stein here tonight. We'll take a quick break. Son of the Mask going to be out on February 18th in theaters near you. We'll take a quick. That's the way it works.